I got pockets. Pockets! How often do we find dress with pockets? I got it on Amazon. March garden tour. I know St. Patrick's Day already passed, but we have our green on for St. Patrick's Day. And we're going to start with our hibiscus. And actually, it's cold. I just want to show y'all my dress because it matched my March garden tour of my St. Patrick's Day theme. But let's start with my hibiscus. Let me switch you around so you can see what's going on over there. So if you look, you'll see that my hibiscus is almost, it's actually past my knee, so it's mid-thigh. I'm going to come in and cut all these canes back because now I have enough height to give me some kind of dimension on this side. So these are all dead canes. They're from last year, and that's the new growth. If you've been following my my bulb tour, I've included my hibiscus in my bulb tour so you can see the growth. And this is like in the last 30 days of growth. Once it breaks ground, it just shoots off. And these are the passion. I promise you, I show you guys this hibiscus every week and I forget. It's from Bluebills. It's a passion twist. I'm gonna show you in a minute. I have a tag over there. But before I get over there, these are my daffodils. And look, we have successfully grown a daffodil. Ah! I'm so excited. So I recently went to Tennessee. This is my first day back from my trip, and I got to see all my blooms. I'm so happy to be back in my garden because it's like, wow, like so much has changed since the time I've been back. But look, we have a bloom, a daffodil bloom. So I missed the whole first burst and everything. I do see some on the other side that are coming up, so I'm gonna show you that in a minute. But look, I'm so excited. So that's the bloomable hibiscus. Let me show you, let me take you across. And there's another one down by the forest. I'm not feeling like going down there. There's bugs. So see, it's right there. It's a little bit behind this one. Let's see, it's right there. So it's a bit smaller, and those are mums from last year. But we're not gonna take a look. We're gonna come back another day when it's warmer, when there are less bugs. See, y'all got me over here. And the reason why I don't want to take y'all over here is because I'm scared. There's snakes over here. That's the real reason why I don't want to come over here. Snakes and bugs. And these mosquitoes are bite. So I'm going to stay right here. Let me see if I can zoom in from here. All right. So this is my bromeliad here. That brown part right here. Right here. That's the original plant I have. I'll show you a picture of what it looked like before. And she ended up giving me 3 extra babies. They're called pups, but I call them daughter plants because they're going to be mommy plants and they're going to give me pups as well. So I want to transplant it and get more. There it is. Look at that. So I need to come in and take it. And I haven't watered it, guys. It's literally surviving on its own, getting its own water from the forest and everything. Like I've been neglecting it. So these are not very easy to kill if it's in the landscape. I had one inside and it died because I was watering it from the base. Like I said, I'm going to go into more detail when I do that video separately for the bromeliad, pretty much like a plant care for them and what I have experienced, and hopefully that may help you guys as well. What's that? Oh, it's just a log. These are wild ferns, and I left my colocation that it was over there, so it looked like a piece of the root got left in because here go another one growing. It's so cold. Oh, the wind. So I might rescue it or I might leave it over there. We'll see. And then along the border, if you remember this hibiscus right here, I put her over here so she can get another shot at life because the sticks were damaged because we had a freeze and I had her up front and she wasn't doing too well. So I put her in the landscape so this way she can have some babies from the ground up. And there she goes. She has some new shoots coming up from the ground up. So this way, if the branch dies back, it won't, I won't lose the plant. Over here, my boys cut the lawn, and I'm pretty sure they think this is a plant because they didn't cut it down. That's a weed. They need to come and cut this. Those are weeds. And that one is my yesterday, today, and tomorrow plant. They need to come and cut around it properly. I may end up coming and doing it for them because they might end up cutting my plant itself. So I'll do that. But I feel the bugs and I have a dress on, so let me go back in. And I think I have my, what are those? Mandevilla. the weeds, the vines are taking them over. So I'm gonna see if they can make it through the vines, because I initially wanted to climb up that, but like I said, I got ran out of this border that I was trying to do by the animals. It was wild hogs, wild boars, rabbits, snakes, poison ivy. I literally got ran out of this wood, so I didn't get to finish beautifying it. I haven't given up. I'm just not focusing on it right now, but I'll be back because I still want to make it look pretty. So across from the hibiscus, I had some containers right here of my bulbs. Let me show you those. And if you remember, these were my experimental bulbs. I purchased them in February, planted them in February from the big box store, and they are coming up. The tulips are in the middle. I don't see anything from the tulips. Today is 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're at the end of March. We're not normally this cold. So yeah, we were super hot. We're in the 80s. Now we're back to 60. So this is the remaining tulips. Like I said, because it got to 80 degrees, they started withering up. So, you know, they're all dried up. And that was it for the tulips. They're all done for. The hyacinths are trying to hold on. Those are some extra plants that I have that I got from the garden center that I haven't planted yet. So the sun is setting. It's evening. But see, my green matches my porch. So this is my... Oh, but I just lost my hair tie, y'all. So my green matches my St. Patty's Day porch decor that we have going on. So I'm actually getting ready to take it down. Because today is March 25th and this is the last week of March, so it's time to transition into our spring color. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up, but before I clean it up, I'm like, you know what, let me do my March garden tour, because I didn't do my March garden tour yet. I'm gonna get this cleaned up. I'm gonna mulch in the next few days, so the next video after this one I will have a freshly mulched garden. I'm hoping. Actually, I may cut the hibiscus first and then mulch. We'll see. But so in the next few days, I will say we'll have a freshly mulch garden, and the porch theme is going to change to spring. So while we're up here, let me show you some plants. If you saw my last video, I actually uploaded yesterday. It was actually filmed, I think, on the 14th, March 14th. So that's over a week ago. This is why you're going to see a lot of things in the garden that you saw in the last video. That was the vlog. The vlog I did, it was like me shopping and planting the same day and doing everything because I know I was going out of town. So I was trying to get so much done in the garden before I left. So these are all what has grown. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. This is all that has grown since March 14th. So this is 10 days of new growth. So we have our hibiscus, hydrangea on standard. Let me bring it closer so you can see it. So we have my hydrangea on standard. Guys, this is so amazing. Let me see if I can get the plant tag out of here for you. I need to water it again. It's getting a bit dry. Okay, so this one I got from Lowe's. Make sure you can see it. So that's the Merit Supreme Hydrangea Part Sun, 3 to 6 hours morning sun. So that's why I have it on the porch, because it doesn't get too much sun. Oh, and this is zones. It's cold hardness zone 0 to -10 degrees Fahrenheit. Non-hardening zones 1 to 5. So that's exciting. So I need to water it today. So what I'm trying, because I've had hydrangeas here in my zone 9 garden before, and the leaves tend to burn. So I've actually pulled it out a bit more so you guys can see, but I have it pushed further towards the wall. This way the leaves don't burn. But look how cute it looks. I love it. Look at that. Big leaves with that petal. Wow. Who got beautiful petals? Who got beautiful hydrangea petals? Look at you. You're so gorgeous. Look how big that is. It is the palm, my palm. The petals are bigger than my palm. Look at that. Huge. Oh. When I saw it, if you guys saw my video, I literally had it buckled in my front seat. Just made sure it had a safe ride home. But look at that. I've never seen a it's not an endless summer hydrangea, but I want to call it endless summer hydrangea. On standard is just a regular macrophylla hydrangea. It's a Merit Supreme hydrangea. All right, so and that's my porch decor. I wanted to get two, so I had two in my cart. I had that one. I was gonna put the other one here, and I'm like, no. And I ended up putting in one bag. I'm wondering if I go back if it will still be there. But I was going to get two, but now I'm kind of leaning towards putting it next to the tree, next to the other hydrangea. I'm gonna show it in a minute. Let me show you. Somewhere over there. I don't know where yet. And don't mind me, guys. I'm actually... Oh, it's windy. I'm actually looking at these plants for the first time in like a long time because like I said, I haven't been here. But look at all that. Wow. So this is the lobellaria that I got from Lowe's. If you remember my last video, I was asking you guys to help me decide if I need to put it in ground or in a container. So this is the Easy Breezy lobellaria. Full sun and part sun. Blooms all through spring. Four to 6 hours of direct sun each day. Medium spacing. Brings early spring, late spring. So I'm wondering if it tolerates heat. That's what one of my questions was, how, because my other lobellaria tolerates heat and it went all the way from spring all the way to winter and everything. So we shall see how it does. I was looking for the zones. I don't see the zones on here. Yeah, I don't see the zones on here, but I'm loving it. I have it in the container over there. Like I put it in the proper container, which I'm going to be switching the containers out since I'm doing the spring theme. So I'm going to be switching those out soon. But let me show you the ones that I have in the container over there. So see, I put them in the container there, and I have my colocasia in here as well. And my Super Tuna Midnight. And I'm waiting for my Super Tuna Latte to go in here, but it was so pretty when I saw it in the garden center. I'm like, I want to put that in there as well. But look at it. It looks so pretty. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Aw. So Super Tuna Midnight, colocasia. It's not called colocasia. I keep calling it the chocolate colocasia, but it's not. Let me give you the correct name for it. See, I wasn't even close. It was coffee. It's Royal Hawaiian Kona Coffee Colocasia. So this is one of the plants that I had in the forest. It was in my shade garden. It did about the same. I'm gonna see if it gets bigger. It is 34 inches tall, full sun 6+ hours, water 2 to 3 times a week, and hardy to zone 9. So they did well. I have this one, and I also have that one that was in the forest. Is what I transplanted it here. I should have shown you my other one. I have a bromelia in the forest. It was in the shade garden. I'll do a separate video for that. I need to transplant it. That's the last one I have in the forest to transplant. And I'll do a separate video for that because I need to move it. But, so I have that one. That one ended up, I divided it. The green colocasia. It's supposed to be the super huge one. So the other ones that I transplanted is over here. There's one right here. There's one right here. And another one over here. So they're next to the planters. So I guess I'm going to move these 2 planters here. And I think I see a yellow corner coming up. Let me show you. So if you look right here, look at this. Whoa, look at this. I can see the yellow coming out. So this is the old one that died back. And you got a new shoot coming in. You see the yellow? Can you see it? Let me zoom in a bit so you can see it. Wow, look at that. So it's going to be a yellow right here. And I think another yellow is going to be right here. And here got the new shoot right here. And if you look closely, the Super Tunia, it has yellow in the throat. You see? So, and I told you guys, if you've seen me before, you know I'm waiting for my Super Tunia. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name already. I'll put it on the screen. But it's a yellow Super Tunia. It's new from Proven Winners. So so it can go in this container. And I just seen the Southerner's Northern Garden. He was showing a little trick. You just put a container in there to hold your space for your new plants, because what happened is my super is growing and spreading all over here. So now it's taking up space for my new plants. So if I had a placeholder in there, but I'll just push them aside and plant them. But that's a pretty cool trick, so I'm going to start doing that. So thank you, the Southerner Northern Garden, for giving us that tip. Appreciate you. Okay, over here, let me go take a look at all the verbenas. And if my voice sounds a bit shaky, y'all, forgive me. It is cold. I told you guys, us Floridians cannot do cold weather. So first, let me show you my pink cashmere. She's up and about. So exciting. Look at that. Look at that. So this is my pink cashmere. Oh, I thought it's going to be more pink on the inside, but I'll take it. It's pink. It's a dark pink and it goes to a light pink. And then next to it is a white one. And look at the purple next to it. You see how the purple has like 3 different shades of purple? That's beautiful. Look at that. I love it. I thought the pink was going to be like that as well, like 3 different shades of pink, but I'll take it. Here go another pink one over there, right there. And then the purple one's next to it. So it's like a pink, white, purple. So they're all mixed in together. Let me show you the plant tags. So we have Superbena, Sparkling Amethyst, Large Lilac Blue. That's a full purple one, which is that one over there. One is all purple. And Sparkling Amethyst, that's this one right here. And Pink Cashmere, that's the pink one I was telling you about right there. Empress Sun Verbena, that's the purple ones and the white ones. It's just one tag. It's the same tag for all actually no, that's the same tag for the white one. I'm sorry, that's the white one. The purple one right here is the lilac blue, the Superbena. Yeah. And don't worry, the rest of those green stuff are not plants, those are weeds. I need to come and weed. Ignore it. I'll come and do it when it's warmer. Not today, guys. It's cold. And the pollen, I want to capture the pollen as well, because I was looking back at my video last year and I didn't capture it. So I want to make sure I capture it. In March, all the pollen falls off the tree. And that's what's actually in the garden bed right now. It's not mulch or soil or anything. It's actually pollen from the huge oak tree that I have in my garden. So first we get a whole bunch of leaves. So we're at the end of March. So reminder to myself, I can do my mulch at the end of March because the pollen will be done and the leaves will be done falling as well. In this bed right here, I have, and I'll link the video where I did all the plantings, because this is something I recently planted as well. This was 10 days ago. I got all these planted up. We have Supertunia Mini Vista Pink Star. So we have our Supertunia Mini Vista Pink Star. That's the pink one here. So pretty. See the pollen all falling everywhere. Look at that. Pollen everywhere. And next to the pink star is this is a phlox. It's a 21st century phlox. It's a mounding perennial. So this is pretty. I wanted it in purple. I saw the purple ones when I was in Tennessee. I'll upload that video soon. But this is a pink one. And this one right here is a dianthus. Let me see which one this is. It's a Olivia Cherry. Focus. Olivia Cherry dianthus. Cold hardness -10 to -20. Non-hardy in zones 1 to 4. It's best for zone 5. I've grown dianthus before here in my zone 9 garden, and it does well. It doesn't come back. It's an annual. And this one over here, this is a red phlox. See if I have a plant tag. It just says 21st century phlox. So this is the red phlox, and that's the pink phlox. And it's just a duplicate. I've got a pink star right here. And this one is the verbena. And same as the other one. You see the tag, it doesn't match the color. So this one's a red verbena. I got it from Lowe's. And this one is a Super Tuna Vista bubblegum. And for your, these are annuals. Full to part sun. Planting to hard frost. Annual except zones 10 to 11B. So since I'm in 9, these are annuals for me. This is the Super Tuna Vista bubblegum. So they're going to take over the back here. And this is my Blue Point juniper. That's right here. It's a Blue Point juniper. But look at her. She's doing great. I kind of want to move it to another location. If you notice, I do move my plants a lot. This is another daffodil that's in the garden bed. That one doesn't get as much sun, so it's not flowering yet. I'll keep an eye on it. And the next border that we're going to look at is next to the verbena border. And that's going to be my purple and red border. And now, if you remember this one, and I know a lot of you guys who watch my channel, watch Janey's channel also, from Dig Plant Water Repeat. Hi Janey. She did a whole compilation and she had my channel up, so thank you Janey, appreciate that. She was actually testing out these purple ones. They're called the ultramarine, as well as the red ones, which are the Mini Vista Scarlet. So this is the first one, is the red one, Super Tuna Mini Vista Scarlet. And the second one, this was new 2023. And this one is the Super Tuna Mini Vista Ultramarine. And the same as all the other Super Tunias, hardy zone, non-hardy in zones, anything under 10. If you're under 10, it's going to be a perennial. It's going to be annual. Above 10, you're going to have a perennial situation. So you guys in South Florida get lucky. You guys can have this one bloom for you all season long. So it's going to be a purple and red border going all the way down, meeting my purple and white border over there that's going around. So they did well in Janey's garden, and right in this location is morning sun and there's some shade. So I believe she had hers in mostly full sun. So I'm going to see how it does in the shade, because it's under my oak tree as well. Now over here, let me scoot in a little bit so you can see it. Over here, I have my Limelight Hydrangea. That one bloomed last year, and you can see the verbena is already heading over there. Oh, it's pollen. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to choke my plant. But this is the it is spreading. I know one of my gardener friends commented and told me that hers gets like 3 feet, 3 by 3. So I'm like, wow, that's a wide space. So I'll keep an eye on it in comparison to my Limelight Hydrangea. On my Limelight, I already trimmed it back already. I think that was in January I did my trimming, so you can go back and look at that video. In fact, I'll link my 2024 planting, so everything I did in 2024 be in that video. So my hydrangeas here. This is my little lime. No, that's my Limelight. When I cut them, I just stuck them in there because I did that to this, and these grew. So I'm like, hey, let's see if we get more hydrangeas from that. And if you remember, here go the Midnight Super Tunias there. They're smaller than the bubblegum and the other ones. So I have a lot of minis this season. I think the only large one I really have is the Persimmon. I didn't even tell you the name of that one. Let me get the name tag for you. I'm so sorry. Didn't even give you the name tag. I have a whole bunch of name tags over here. I got that one. I'll give you this one. This is the ultramarine. Because I tend to forget the name of plants, so I do hold on to the tags. So I think the only large one I have is the silverberry, the indigo, and I think the super tuner bubblegum. All the other ones are small mini vistas. All right, so the elephant ear is this one here. Probably should take a picture and add it to the other one. It's a corm. I planted it as a corm like last year, and it didn't die back in the wintertime. It survived the wintertime. I think we got as low as high 20s last winter, so it did well. The red ones are the Super Tunia Mini Vista Scarlet. Oh, I showed you that already. This is what I meant to show you. The Super Tunia Persimmon. Now, anyone that has the word Vista in there, that means they're vigorous. They're going to spread. The Persimmon, even though it's not a Vista, it's spreading quite a bit. So I'll keep you guys posted on the growth of these, so you can see how much they spread. Because I planted the Super Tunia Bubblegum, which is that by itself is a vigorous spreader, with the Silverberry last year, and that did amazing in my border. It was really good. All right, so that's my Limelight Hydrangea right there. Hi, birdies. The birds are out telling me it's time to go to bed. Well, they're going to bed. Here got another Limelight Hydrangea here, and in front of that is my little lime hydrangea. I'm going to move the container so they won't be there soon. Probably in my next, when I do the mulching and everything and I redo the porch, I'll move them around. That's the hosta. I forgot the name of the hosta. I think it was Catherine. I think I got it from Longfield Garden. It was actually a 3, so I forgot which one that one is. And if I remember, I'll put the name of it on screen. I planted another one here 10 days ago. Oh, it's right here. It doesn't have a name. I got it out of this big bag at Ace, and I just saw I'm like, oh, I don't even know which one it is. It was a whole bunch that was together, and the other one is over there. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Hi, birdie. It's right there. So I don't know which one that is, but when it comes up, I need to go back to, I think I have I can look at the video and see the names, but like I said, I don't know which one it is. It came as 3, but I couldn't tell which 3 it was. So I just grabbed 2 that looks different, and I know it would be 2 different hostas. I'm like, okay, those are different. Right here, I have my Shasta daisies. It's 2 different kind. I got both of them from Lowe's at different times. I think one of them was Amazing Daisy, and the other one was Banana something. And I need to come in and mulch, because you don't understand, I'm so excited to get this mulch done. And oops, here go my border. So I have a white, purple, and purple and white, white, purple, purple and white going all the way down, except for the very last one because I ran out of the indigo. So the very last one is a Super Tuner Bordeaux. But that's what it is, going all the way down. Let me grab the tags so you can see it. So I actually wanted the white one, Snowdrift. Didn't find it. So while I was there, I got the Vista Silverberry. Same plant profile as all the other ones I have. It's hardy to none. It's a perennial in zone 10, spacing and all that. Same thing. This one is a Mini Vista Indigo. And this one is the Mini Vista Violet Star. Now, I ended up getting the Vista Silverberry because I was worried it was going to be sold out and I wasn't going to be able to get any, because that has happened before. Proven Winners plants do not last long in my garden center. So when you're there, you have to grab it. In fact, many annuals, not just Proven Winners, don't last too long in my garden center. So you have to grab them when you see them. So that goes all the way down to here. Don't worry, the grass is gonna be gone soon. And this one right here is where I put the Bordeaux. That's the Bordeaux right there, because I ran out of indigos. But isn't she lovely? Hello, Bordeaux. I love Bordeaux. It's so pretty. All right, so back to this oak tree. So here's the oak tree. That's been a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because all the shade allows me to grow my hydrangeas under here, because they won't get scalded by the sun. And I want to put the hydrangea tree over here as well, somewhere. I'm not sure yet. because the sun is kind of weird because it comes up from the other side, and yeah. So I want to put it over here. I also have my endless summer hydrangea here. The thing is, let me go close so you can see, because deep down in here, it's growing from the ground up. And that's because during the wintertime, all the buds froze off. So all the ones, it blooms on old and new wood. So I think the combination happening. There's some coming up from the ground. There's some from the old wood, and the new wood is coming up as well. So I'm just going to leave it. After it blooms, I'll cut the dead sticks back. So I didn't prune it as yet because I wanted to see what it looks like and which one is healthy, which one can go. I didn't prune it last year. They got my kales from last year. They're looking a bit scraggly. That's because they're old. So it doesn't look the same as it does year one. So I was trying to see if it's going to come back full. But see on the stems, those are like a bit skinny. Like it's supposed to be buried some more. So I don't like how they look year two. So they still survive, just they don't look as great as how they did the first year. And here go the other endless summer hydrangea. That is also coming up from the ground. Let me go on the other side. You see? It's coming up from the ground right there on that one. And there's another one right here. Like all this right here. New growth, new growth. So it's all coming from the old wood right here. So those buds are still there. And this one, this is the one that I propagated. It's actually giving up new shoots coming up. And if you look at the other one over here, this is grass. I need to come in and weed, y'all. But see, new growth, lots of new growth. But this is the old wood. I don't see one bud right here coming up. All the other ones, I think it's dead. I think everything froze off and died. But one new bud. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. I was looking for it. It's right there. So like all the other buds are gone. I think they froze off. I didn't even talk about so this piece right here, that colocasia right there, the coffee colocasia, it came from when I was transplanting that one. So let me see how it does in the landscape. So that's why it's right there. And I have that one over there. And look at this one. I got a little baby right here. She got a baby. So I'm going to have to hurry because I'm losing daylight. I do talk a lot. But thank you guys for listening to me and watching. I appreciate you guys. So along this path, I have look at my Persian shields coming back from last year. They remind me of coleus. They don't like the cold. As soon as the cold comes, they shrivel up and die. But look at them bouncing back. There's another one here. You can see the tiny babies coming in. You see them, the purple ones right there? I thought they were gone, so I planted the Mini Vista Scarlet next to it. I'm like, oh, they're gonna die, but they're like, nope, we're not dead. So now I'm gonna have them fighting with the Scarlet, so I'm gonna have to move them. Don't know where yet, so I'm leaving them for now. Anyways, between each of so this is my stepping stone I did. These are some stones I saw in the forest. I'm like, oh, look at that. So I rescued them. So I need to come in and power wash them. Those red bricks, they were in the back under my garbage can as garbage pads. We need to do a little pad for the garbage area. So I took those. I'm sure my husband's like, where do we put the garbage can now if you took the stones? But they look prettier in the garden than under the garbage can. So anyways, I'll have another project for that where I'll give them new stones, bigger stones. You're too small for the garbage can. So anyways, guys, Mini Vista going all the way up and it's leading to the bench. Now, in between the red Mini Vista Scarlets, I'm putting Mini Vista Yellow. So I'm going to have Mini Vista Yellow between each of the red ones. I was at Lowe's and I saw, I saw this plant. It's the same name as this plant over here, and it was tall. I'm like, oh, let me get another one to match it. Why does it look like a dwarf version? It's not even the same height. It's like shorter. It's the same thing. It's like a paper, those paper flowers. They feel like paper when you touch them. Let me see if it does. Yep, got the same paper sound. So it sounds like paper when you touch them, but that one's short. That's the dwarf version of this one. So I might leave it, I might move it. I need to come in and cut back the dead petals, dead blooms. Look. So it lasted. I got it fall because it was going by yellow and red theme for last fall. It survived all through the winter. That's another reason I got it. I'm like, wow, it survived the winter. I wonder if it's a perennial. It says it was an annual. So I'm like, if it lasted all winter long and it gave me blooms consistently, that's good. I like flowers that last a long time. Let me show you the plant tag. So here go the plant tags. There's different brands, but I'm like, oh, they're the same thing. It says Broctianta, Grandvia Gold, and this cottage yellow. Like I said, I thought it was the same thing. And they're deer resistant. It says annual, full sun. It says they're annuals, but it's doing well. So as you walk down my garden path, like I said, it's going to be a yellow and red theme going. Over here, I have my salvia. I don't think it's coming back this year. Maybe it's not warm enough yet, but it doesn't look like it's coming back, y'all. But I'm going to leave it there. That's my ocean blue salvia. Let me show you the tag. And I'm showing the tags because I don't want to have to write the name of the plants when I'm editing the video. So this is easier. So deep ocean salvia. Let me see. So when you guys ask me what zone it is, I have that. Zone 7, non-hardy in zones 1 to 6. So that was my salvia. So it did well. Last year it died back like this and it came back. So I'll keep an eye on it. Another thing that came back, guys, and you've seen me raved about this before, are, well, this tulip right here came back. That tulip right there came back. It didn't bloom. I just had foliage, but it didn't bloom. What came back was those hyacinths right there. They were so beautiful. I had hyacinth return in zone 9. That was amazing. I was very excited for that. Now look at this daffodil over here. So this one, I get to see this one bloom. Look at it. I'm getting daffodils, guys. I remember how I was saying, oh, I don't think I'm going to get daffodils. I just see stem, just greenery, nothing. But yep, after being away from my garden for a while and came back to see this, like, pow! So I had one bloom and this one's coming up. In fact, the other one's coming up as well. Let me show you. Look at the other one there. Where's that yellow thing? Oh, it's in there. I don't know if you can see it, but right there. So that one's coming up as well. Child, I was here talking away my whole time and I wasn't even recording. As I was saying, this is a Christmas holly. It's blooming, new leaves. And I was saying a reminder to myself to make sure that I mulch in the end of March because the Christmas holly also dropped leaves. So all the leaves are falling off. So between this tree and my oak tree, they drop leaves. But look how sparse it looks now. Like all the green leaves. Remember all the full green leaves we had? Now all the leaves are being dropped. But what I was excited to show you on this is right there. My rosebud. Look. Ta-da! Make sure you can see it. Go right here. We got a rosebud coming. And I have it wrapped around the Christmas holly. I have it wrapped around the Christmas holly. And I pruned it with the other roses earlier this year. I think in January I pruned it. I'll link that video. It's in my 2024 playlist. And I believe that's the only one that has a bud. I'm looking, but it's getting dark so I can barely see. But I think that's the only one that has a bud. If I see another one, I'll show y'all. Yeah, I think that's the only one that has a bud. Like I said, it's wrapping around. I have some laterals coming off of it. Oh, so pretty. And over here, I have that's why I had this in my hand because I realized I was showing it to you, but I'm like, it's not even recording. Puxter Blue. It's a dwarf butterfly bush. And zones 5 to 9. It grows 2 feet tall and wide. Now, what I was saying is, I was concerned it's not a dwarf one because I'm like, I hope it doesn't get too big. but I'm glad I got my confirmation that it's a dwarf one. I'm like, I know I didn't choose a big one, so hopefully it's this dwarf one. And I'll put it back on this dead stick right here. I don't think it's gonna bloom anything on this stick. And next to that, that's a right there is a mum. And look at my double knockout roses. We have blooms. We got rose blooms. Rose blooms. Look right here. We got buds on this one. Look at that. How pretty. Pretty. Wow. And it's filled with buds. Look at that. There's buds everywhere on this. Here go the other one. There go some more buds. Look at that. Aw. So these are the double knockout roses. So they are blooming already. I forgot when I pruned it, but I will link that video below of my rose pruning. And I'm glad I pruned it early, because a lot of times you have when you see other gardeners say, okay, we're pruning now, but they may be pruning in March or April. That's too late for us in Florida, because I think we're like 2 months ahead of the other gardeners. So we have to adjust our times. And I did adjust my time. As soon as I saw it was turning green and buds started showing up, I pruned it. And it's doing so good. So I'm going to check and see what month I pruned it, and I'll put that date on this video as well. But yeah, oh, here's another one right here. Look at that. So I'm going to come when I got more daylight and do a separate video on my rose update for them. Oh, and here got the other one too. That one is blooming. They got a bud right there. So pretty. And these are lemon coral sedum. Those are flowering up. And I'm pretty sure it's because they got sun while they're flowering up. And here go my other blue point juniper. So I ordered the edge of night, and I'm going to put the edge of night. I'm probably going to move this right here. I'm going to put it right there, or move the edge of night. I'm not sure yet. And for me and lines do not go along. Like, why is my border crooked? So I'm going to have to come in and fix that. I'm thinking though I may get another brick instead of this brick because this brick annoys me. So I'm going to get another brick to use for my pathway. So, but I'm going to hold on to this for now. But I'm going to have to come in and even it up because the lines are bothering me. It's crooked. Over here, supposed to be my cottage garden. There's a lot of electrical wires. And I think it's Naomi's garden. I think that's her name. I'm not sure. I'm going to check if it's Naomi's garden. And I'll put a link to her. I'll put her name in here. But what she did, she had she raised hers up to cover the electrical line. So I may either do that to here, or I may just make here into a container garden because I have bulbs to plant as well. The bulbs aren't that deep, but not only that, the soil here is super bad. It's literally the worst sand. I have my rose here and my butterfly bush. They seem to be doing fine. The rose and the butterfly bush, I'm keeping an eye on them. I didn't want to plant too many things here, and because of the soil, they don't do too well. So this is my butterfly bush, salvia, Mrs. Fire salvia. And then I have that the marshmallow plant from Proven Winners. It's not called a marshmallow plant. It's called Campfire Marshmallow. I think this is new for 2024. The same zones as the petunias. Let's see. Mounded form, short, 8 to 14. Full sun. Annual except zones 9. Oh, it's a perennial for 9A to 11B, guys. So if you're in 9A, this campfire marshmallow will come back. So I kind of want to put it in the ground now, just so I can get it to come back. So I need to plant those up, and I may just come in and plant up the dahlias. And I still need to come in and clean the wall. Who knows? I may leave it just like that because the plants are going to cover it. But I need to come in and figure out what I'm going to do. I also have another colocasia down here. It's hidden under here, so no one steps on it. But it's growing. It's doing well. And those are snapdragons. I think they're only good for the cool weather, so they're probably going to die back soon. I didn't even get a chance to plant them and enjoy them. And it's getting dark. We're losing light, guys.